knew it could be so comforting to have someone standing by my side.
Hey, wait. Don't tell him to do that, because he's been on your side forever.
We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fantasy. Can't breathe in sunlight.
Have I caught you off guard, Your Highness?
What do you mean? Did you kill him?
Does it
He has
hurt?
armor.
I bet it hurts real
He has armor.
bad, doesn't it?
Unless you stabbed him in the
Nothing
head.
compared to
That's
what my
something else.
brother felt. You will never be forgiven, you know. I will never forgive you.
Let me kill her.
You must be.
But this is a lesson
You
to Dimitri,
filthy
though.
monster.
This is a lesson.
It's time to die.
Except you're not gonna die, because I'm
Dimitri!
gonna come. No, Rodrigue! No, Felix will never. Oh my god.
Professor! Do it now!
I mean, I killed her, but Rodrigue is dead. Pretty sure.
Brother, help me.
Oh my god.
Rodrigue!
Oh my god. Felix is gonna hate you forever.
Your Highness, are you safe? Please tell me it wasn't in vain.
Oh my god, please tell me
This
it's not that hard.
It was mine to bear.
Whatever.
There are no sins or punishments on the battlefield. No, don't die. Please don't die. Father, stepmother, Glenn, they all died and left me behind. Rodrigue, are you to join the ghosts who shadow
Please
my
tell
every
me no.
move? This is my fault. I'm the one who killed you, as surely as though I had wielded the blade.
It's no joking
Your
matter.
Highness, you have one thing terribly wrong. None of them, none of us, died for you. I'm dying for what I believe in, just as they did. Your life is your own. It belongs to no other,
Oh
living
my
or dead.
God.
Live for what you believe in. Dimitri, my boy, you really do look just like His Majesty.
No.
What are you saying, Lambert?
Ooh, I like the
I am
color
heading
transition.
to Dusker, and before you start, nothing you could say would change my mind. You worry too much, my friend. So far, relations with Dusker have been going smoothly, wouldn't you say?
I'm surprised Dimitri doesn't have that
You,
beard.
of all people, should appreciate how critical these negotiations are.
Of course I do, but for the king himself to make the journey, you must admit that it's dangerous.
It is.
And His Highness is still so young. If the worst should happen,
Even if the worst should happen, he would be okay. He's a smart boy, Rodrigue. Even if he should lose his father, I have no doubt that he will grow to be a good and respectable man.
Lambert.
However, if he ever starts down the wrong path, and I am not here to set him straight, I am trusting you to do so in my stead, old friend. Promise me.
Lambert. My promise.
Why is everyone dying? I mean, it's part of story progression. But fuck! Why couldn't it be a fucking Angeloid, bitch? And it's always them being
What do you want?
backstabbed. Dimitri. Where are you going?
It doesn't concern you.
Bitch. I care for you.
Get out of my way. No.
No, I'm gonna fucking kill you myself. You're going to Inbar, aren't you? Do you really think that will appease the dead?
Silence! You have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, I do.
Death is the end.
Technically, yeah, it is.
No matter how much lingering regret a person has, after death, they are powerless. They cannot even wish for revenge, much less seek it out. Hatred, regret. Those burdens fall on the shoulders of those who are left behind.
He's not wrong.
And so I must continue down this path. I already told you as much. It is far too late to stop.
Do you know what will help him? A fucking hug. Hugs help a lot. It just shows it's another physical way to show that you care. Because obviously verbally speaking to him. Sorry, spit. Verbally speaking to him isn't working. There must be another way. You're wrong. You're wrong, bitch. I'm not gonna be nice to you anymore.
Do not waste your breath with some nonsense about how I should move on with my life for their sake.
I'm not.
That is merely the logic of the living. It's meaningless.
I'm just trying to tell you to love yourself a little
Those
more.
who died with lingering regret, they will not loose their hold on me so easily.
Did you not learn that you were about to be dead?
But you seem to have all the answers. So tell me, Professor. Please tell me. How do I silence their desperate pleas? How do I save them?
Are you...
Ever since that day 9 years ago, I have lived only to avenge the fallen. Even my time at the Officers' Academy was also that I could secure my revenge and clear away the regret of the dead. It was the only thing that kept me alive. My only reason to keep moving forward.
We had to find another reason. You must forgive yourself. You've suffered enough. I like both these answers. Fuck. What would you want to hear in a situation like this? Like, you must forgive yourself is the biggest step. But we've also known his suffering. Well, you have to love yourself first. So, you must forgive yourself. Dimitri, it took me a long time to come to this conclusion, okay? I actually thought for a second, okay?
But then who or what should I live for?
Yourself! Live for what you believe in, I guess. Yourself, too.
What I believe in.
That's not dealing with death, okay?
Rodrigue said the same thing. But is it possible?
It is.
I am a murderous monster. My hands are stained red.
And they can be cleaned.
Could one such as I truly hope for such a life?
Yes.
As the sole survivor of that day, do I have the right to live for myself?
You do. Everyone sacrificed herself for you. Oh, I give him a hand. I would rather give you a hug, but okay. So this is one
Your
step.
hands are so warm. Have they always been?
Oh, you took my hand? I'm surprised. Thought you would just slap my hand away, you know? From how rude you've been acting lately.
Part 2. Azure Moon. Heartstring Moon. The King's triumphant return.
Is he back to normal? Normal as in, like, sane?
Following the death of Rodrigue, Dimitri begins to question his desire for revenge. His troubled mind turns to the kingdom capital and how he might end the chaos plaguing Fargus once and for all.
I'm wondering how Felix is dealing with this, too.
Our victory at Drondor was certainly a turning point for us. However, Rodrigue's death has been difficult to bear. We've lost considerable military strength and resources.
Is there no way to secure more soldiers? Are there no lords we can rely on? Fuck all the lords right now.
If we split up the soldiers currently defending the monastery, we should have sufficient numbers to invade the Empire. But even then...
Your Highness, you should be resting. Your wounds are still healing.
I am well, I assure you. More importantly, may I have a moment of your time?
You look well rested, actually.
Thank you.
Well, improvement.
I wish to apologize to all of you. I have led you down this dark path with me, and have caused so much suffering along the way. I cannot tell you how sorry I am for my behavior. There is no apology I could offer that would be sufficient.
And how do you intend to make up for my father's
I
death?
figured you would speak up.
Felix, I realize words alone are not enough to repent, but I fear they are all I have.
I'm not after more empty words. I want you to speak through your actions.
I know that no amount of regret can ever bring back the lives we have lost. I know that well. It is like patching up a tear with a different material. Things can never be as they were. The best I can hope for is to make things whole again. I wish to do the right thing from now on. That is why I have made a decision. I intend to take back the kingdom capital. I wish to save our people. Those who I turned my back on for far too long. To follow my heart and do the right thing. That is the only way I can atone for my sins.
Your Highness. If we can win back Ferdiad, it will give us the advantage in our war against the Empire. As one who has served the royal family for ages, know that your words bring me great joy.
You better not die in this
and
go.
pride.
We're losing all father
That
figures.
said, I must point out that if we make for Ferdiad, the Emperor's head will slip further out of reach. Can you live with that?
I still hold hatred in my heart for her, and for the ones responsible for the tragedy. That I will carry with me until death. But my life is my own. It belongs to no one else, and it is high time that I started living for what I believe in.
Good job.
I will no longer allow the voices of the dead to bind me. This is something that I must do. No. Something that I am choosing to do.
Character.
I will accomplish
right
my
now.
aim, even if it means risking my life to do so.
No, you're not dying. No.
Understood, Your Highness. So, any objections?
Count me in.
You are correct. We cannot afford to die in vain by recklessly challenging the Empire.
I'm worried about Lady Rhea. But if this is the choice you've made...
She's fine. Lady Rhea
support
has
it.
told us so many times she can handle
I am
herself.
at your command, Your Highness. I will follow you anywhere.
My sword is at your service, Your Highness.
I'll help too. The people in Ferdiad need us.
Fine, I'll help you. In my father's stead.
Very mature.
But in
Felix.
return, you must win. You know that, don't you, Dimitri?
I do. And I swear on my father's lance that we will prevail.
Low key.
Then it
was
is
weird.
decided. It seems this war council has much to discuss.
It was weird hearing Felix say Dimitri. I'm used to him calling him like Boar's head or some shit.
Our next stop is Ferdiad, the kingdom capital. For the future of Fargus.
This is gonna suck because we killed so many of our other classmates already, so it's kind of sad. Oh, we're curious about Dimitri. Let's go. Hi, love. You better? Still training?
Indeed, but I was thinking about ending it here. Perhaps it is the gloomy weather, but I am feeling the sting of wounds that should have healed long ago.
What wounds?
The injury I got when that girl stabbed me after the battle at Gronder. Her eyes were filled with revenge, just as mine once were.
Who was she? I know who she was.
I don't know, but I have a guess. Ah, I suppose I haven't told you about that yet.
What? What are you talking about?
I was attacked inside the monastery the other day. It caused quite the uproar.
Wait, what the fuck?
The ones who attacked me were some of the youths we taught swordsmanship to once upon a time.
Wow. Are you okay? I don't care about them anymore.
Of course. I could capture the lot of them with my eyes closed.
But you didn't.
It seems they were raised by a group of thieves we put down 5 years ago. I heard Lady Rhea took custody of them, claiming that the children were innocent.
But they weren't?
I have taken so many lives, and with each one I face hatred. During the last 5 years especially. My life was not so different from that of a wild beast. And that young girl's brother. At some point I must have... That is why I thought it only natural that someone would retaliate someday. Because I hated. Because I stole and... because I killed. But with those children, it's different. We drew our blades with the best of intentions, only to hurt them in the end. I suppose this is yet another thing we will just have to live with.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It sucks, but they were just trying to survive too.
Yes. As one who chose to fight, it is my responsibility to confront this anguish and the true nature of war, until the day my life comes to an end.
We can confront it together.
Thank you.
Romantically.
You know, Professor, there's something that I only recently realized.
That I care about you a
I
lot?
never knew it could be so comforting to have someone standing by my side.
Hey, wait. Don't tell him to do that, because he's been on your side forever.
I agree that we should head for Ferdiad, but let's not forget our search for Lady Rhea. The soldiers from the church are going to set up a base at the Great Bridge of Murden. They'll be able to keep up the search while we head for the kingdom capital.
I wonder if they get tired of looking for Lady Rhea.
The kingdom capital. It's been way too long since I was there last. Oh, Professor, I didn't mean... it's not that I'm looking forward to it or anything.
It's okay.
Please don't tease me like that. It's just, when I think of us finally saving everyone in Ferdiad, it makes me a little happy. Okay, maybe a lot happy. The kingdom capital is under the tight control of Cornelia, who was ennobled by the Empire. Judging by what we heard from Lord Rodrigue, it sounds like she's a tyrant. But all of that ends soon. Let's get there quickly.
To save the people.
Professor? Greetings, Professor! Nothing to report. Ferdiad is a city with a long history that goes back to before Fargus gained its independence. I'd like to visit that place at least once before I die.
Oh.
But I'm afraid I have my own work to attend to. It's hard being so dedicated.
Oh.
Ah, well. I'll go there for some leisurely sightseeing once Fodlan knows peace.
Hopefully soon so you can go. Dimitri.
Professor, I really caused trouble for you, didn't I? I am so sorry, truly.
Oh.
I am also eternally grateful to you. Now, it's time to go to the kingdom capital. I hope that you will lend me your strength once again.
Of course. I've always been there. You punk.
Thank you.
Oh, hell yeah. Last time I asked for tea time, Felix declined me, so that kind of sucked. Would you like... What would you like? Sweet apple blend?
Please, allow me to take you up on your kind offer for company. Thank you.
Let's see if I can perfect this one. Probably not. It's like I have specialty time to Felix only. Alright, let's talk. Monastery Mysteries?
Is that right?
Oh, motherfucker.
So
Thought
it
that would
is.
be interesting. Things that bother you?
Ah,
Okay. Already not going on a perfect.
so it is.
Your ambitions? Alright, well, you know, I missed a couple. It's fine.
Thank you for the treat. I had a wonderful time. I would love to do this again, if that is acceptable to you.
Of course.
How is everyone is
Thank you,
saying His
dude.
Highness is back to his old self, but I do not think that is accurate.
What do you mean?
What he was until recently is what he had been for as long as I've known him. So
Crazy.
tortured by his compassion for the fallen that it had driven him mad. He has always been too kind to be king. He has always felt too much for the weak and the dead. That is exactly why I look up to him.
So this is the new him? Hi,
I don't
Celine.
feel like I can just forget all the awful stuff he's done.
We were
But if
not.
His Highness is owning up to his past and trying to move forward, I figure I can give him that chance. We've been friends since we were kids. I'm gonna be there for him all the way to the end.
Aw.
We buried Lord Rodrigue's body ourselves. There wasn't time to do things properly. It pains me that I was unable to take him home to his territory. Once this war is over, I'd like to hold a proper funeral for him.
Are we gonna dig
For
the body
now.
back up?
We need to focus on taking back Ferdiad. All will be well eventually. I know we can win.
Dadu. Hi, Dadu. Again. Here.
Here for the flowers again?
Not particularly. Or that's right. Not really. I'm here for you.
You might as well have a look while you are here. I have two things to say.
Yes. I'm over.
First, I thank you for supporting His Highness in my absence. But I must also admonish you for taking your own well-being too lightly.
What are you talking about?
On several occasions, I have seen you protect others by putting yourself in harm's way. I am grateful for your efforts, but I feel you should place a higher value on your own life.
Nah.
His Highness relies on you. As do I.
Aww. I understand.
Then show that with your actions.
Ah, that's kind of hard. Don't you know?
We cannot afford to lose an invaluable asset like you. And...
And? Do you love me?
this greenhouse would be a more lonely place without you in it.
Oh.
It would not be fair to the flowers to leave me their only caretaker.
Oh, Dudu, you're so cute. Oh.
Someday, I hope to show you a whole landscape of these flowers in full bloom.
Oh, that must be so beautiful. You mean Duskar?
Yes. Once this conflict is over, and His Highness ascends the throne, I believe it can be done.
Oh.
You must live at least until then. Understood?
Of course. Same to you.
That's true enough.
Can you smile for me?
I had not thought much of my own life until now. Except that I would gladly cast it aside for His Highness. That is still true. But now I desire to see the end of this war. Until I can show you the fields of Duskar in bloom, I will go on living.
Oh, thank you. Damn it, I wish you would smile. His smile is just the cutest.
Right.
Yes, it is. Don't even at me, girl.
Standing face to face with those whom I went to school with. On the field of battle. How inhuman war is. How horrifying. My heart feels shattered. It is my hope that this war marks the end of such foolish behavior.
We killed lots of baby boys and baby girls. Didn't deserve it.
Anyway, I was born and raised in Fargus, but I've never actually been to Ferdiad. Do you think it'll still be cold at this time of year? I can't even imagine.
We should prepare for the cold?
You're right. It's an important battle, so let's make sure we're ready for anything.
He'll need to excel as a leader if he's to make up for my old man's death. Though if my father could see Dimitri now, he'd be glad to have made the sacrifice. Don't you dare tell anyone I said that.
I'm not. Jeez, calm down.
It seems we are headed for the kingdom capital this month. The Church of Seros stands ready to lend its aid to you and Dimitri. It may be a roundabout route, but I believe this path will still eventually take us to Rhea. Besides, saving the people of Fargus is just what she would want us to do.
I am very grateful to you. I could never have achieved this on my own. It is all thanks to you and Lord Rodrigue. This month, we will invade Ferdiad by way of the Fraldarius domain. Leave the negotiations with House Fraldarius to me. You make ready for the actual battle.
Okay.
It's a tricky business, but we are taking our first steps forward.
I knew that. Flame. What does Flame want? Yes? We're just staring at each other? Oh, no, I was looking at her. What's wrong?
Oh, hello, Professor. How nice to see you. You caught me off guard. I was actually just thinking about you.
Really? Why the sign?
Just a moment ago? Well, I am afraid I just do not understand you.
What do you mean?
When we first met, I sensed something different about you. Something mysterious. And now I am convinced your existence itself is very special. Thinking on it, I know it to be true.
How do I feel about that?
You have a crest that should have been lost long ago. You wield the sword of the Creator as if it is nothing. Your hair and eye color changed on that day 5 years ago.
Yeah?
To the same sort of color as mine and my brother's.
What does it all mean?
I do not know. My brother refuses to speak to me of it.
Well, fuck.
Since then, you have led us into battle, and thus far, we have always come out victorious. Your comrades and colleagues adore you. They believe in you, in your strength.
I would hope so.
I doubt there is a single soul who is likened to you. Who are you, really?
I'm me. I guess I don't know.
I simply do not understand. Whatever the case may be, having hair like mine is proof that there is something exceptional about you.
So green hair is
I
special?
may as well come forward with things.
What happened with Ignatz then?
I too am unlike others.
Well, I know your blood is special.
Surely you recall when I was targeted, specifically for my blood?
Yes.
I may not be special in the ways you are, but my blood is rare. It seems the two of us share a special differentness. I also believe that we are bound together in some way. Of this I am certain. Therefore, I intend to stay by your side and watch over you.
Are you
Your
older than
existence
me?
must be preserved at all cost.
You're speaking as if you're my sister. I would rather protect you.
Certainly those are the words of a hero.
Aw.
Let us unite our powers. Together, we are unstoppable.
That's cute, but what are we? Like, are we a different class? Okay, I assumed there was gonna be supports. Oh my god. Is it all for Dimitri? It is all for Dimitri. Do I have time? Oh, that one's with Felix. Okay. Probably have to watch that another time because we're getting pretty close to the point where I have to stop playing.